Rich4 Fam, what's going on? It's your boy 4 times. And today, I'm gonna be teaching you how to get an 800 credit score in 30 days or less. Pay attention. If you want to be able to go and get credit funding and be able to get a big bag, this is what I'm gonna need y'all to do. I'm gonna need y'all to watch this video all the way to the end because it's very informational. It's a lot of information in this video and I don't want y'all to miss none. Alright, so look, man, y'all probably don't know how to get a credit score of 800. I'm gonna start even lower, 700 plus or better, right? So today, I'm gonna show y'all step by step how to get a 700 plus credit score all the way up to 800, right? I'm gonna show y'all step by step. So I'm gonna break it all the way down for y'all, man. I'm gonna break down your payment history, your credit utilization, your length of credit history, amount of new credit, and I'm gonna break down the credit mix. I'm gonna break it all the way down for y'all so y'all can understand what these lenders and banks are looking for. So let me break this down for y'all, man. Right? I'm gonna just break it all the way down for y'all, bro. Payment history. Payment history is the most important thing on your credit, right? It accounts for 35% of your whole credit score. 35%, that's a pretty big chunk, right? That's a pretty big chunk. So payment history is probably the most important thing because creditors are looking to see if you pay your bills on time, right? If you can't pay your bills on time, why would we give you some money? We not gonna trust you. So we want to see that you pay your bills on time. Every single time, on time, right? Let's say I got a friend and he lend me money. If I don't pay him his money back on time, which I don't borrow money from people anyway. If I don't pay him his money back on time, you think he gonna want to lend me money again? No, that's exactly how banks work. That's how banks and lenders work, bro. And banks trust other banks. So if you got a credit card with Chase that you don't pay your bills on time, you think you can go to US Bank, Citibank, Wells Fargo, Bank of America and get a credit card? No, they know you not gonna do that. Banks trust other banks. Trust me when I tell you this. Banks trust other banks, right? So you got payment history, which is 35% of your whole entire credit score, right? And then we got credit utilization, right? So they wanna see that you're not using too much of your credit. Lenders wanna see that you as an individual are not using too much of your credit, right? Because if you're using too much of your credit, that means that you need it. You need them, right? They want to see that you don't need the credit, but you can have it. It's like an option. It's not that you need it, but you can have it. That accounts for 30%. Credit utilization accounts for 30% of your score. Also very big. Banks don't want to give out money to people that are using a large amount of their credit. That's a red flag to them. Banks don't want to do that. Banks do not want to give out money to people who need it. It's a difference between people who have it and it's just there for them and people who actually need to use that money, right? And so banks don't want to see you use a large amount of your credit. That's just not what they want to see. If they seeing that you're using 50, 60, 70, 80% of your credit, available credit, if you're going to apply for some new credit or a new loan or something like that, you're not going to get funded, bro. They don't want to see that. Banks don't want to see that you're using a lot of your credit. So that's 30% of your whole credit score. So we got payment history, that's 35%, and then we got credit utilization, which is 30% of your whole score. Then we got length of history, right? So like your oldest account. So how old is your oldest account on your credit report? See, me personally, I have student loans that I've had on my credit report for a while. I want to say they like maybe I forgot how old they are, but they hold some age on my credit report, which is one of the reasons I'm not gonna get rid of them just yet, because they hold some age on my credit report, and it kind of helps out my credit score. So length of credit history accounts for 15% of your whole score. So less bearing, but still important, right? Everything that goes into your credit score is important, right? But this is less bearing. 15% out of 100%, less bearing, right? Next, we got amount of new credit. So the amount of new credit basically What that's 10%. So amount of new credit is 10%. And basically the banks and whoever your lender is, they don't want to see you, having too many new accounts at one time. They don't want to see that. They don't want to see that. Cause still to them it's like, why is he applying? Why is he or she applying for so much credit? Like what's going on with that? Like, are they in need of like money? Like what's the deal with that? Banks don't want to see you have too much, new credit, and you keep applying for new credit and stuff like that. Like, banks don't like to see stuff like that. That's a red flag to them. So you don't want to have too many new accounts. I would say don't have too many new accounts. In the span of 3 to 6 months, you don't want to apply for too many, you don't want to apply for too much stuff in the span of 3 to 6 months. I would say don't do that. That is bad. So amount of new credit is 10% in your overall credit score. And the last thing is the credit mix, right? So banks and lenders, they like to see that you have a good credit mix of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's say if you got a regular credit card, which is revolving credit, right? And then let's say if you got like a auto loan, right? Which is installment credit. So those are two different types of credits, right? Those are two different types of things. One's revolving credit and one's an installment loan. Banks like to see like stuff like that, right? That is that's good credit mix, right? They don't want to just see you have 5 credit cards on your credit report. It might not hurt, you know what I'm saying? But they don't want to just see you have 5 credit cards on your credit report. Now, given that credit mix is only 10%, it's not like the end all be all just because you have 5 credit cards on your credit report. But banks and lenders want to see that you have a good credit mix on your credit report, right? So I'm gonna give y'all now that I just explained, I kind of explained what the credit rubric is, like what holds what percentage and stuff like that. I'm gonna give y'all my rubric on how to obtain funding. This is what you have to do to obtain funding. My rubric to obtain funding is pretty simple, right? And I'm gonna throw it up here. So y'all can see it. You know what I'm saying? Besides me just reading it, I'm gonna throw it up here so y'all can see it. Requirements to obtain funding, right? So you want to have a 700 plus credit score. That's what you need to obtain funding. And I'm finna give y'all step by step on how to get that 700 credit score, right? So this is what you need. Your credit utilization needs to be under 10%. Late payments, you can't have any late payments. Charge-offs, no charge-offs. Collections, you can't have any collections, no bankruptcies, no inquiries in the last 3 to 6 months, and no new accounts in the last 6 months, right? That's what you need to obtain funding. And for you to be able to have a 700 credit score, all of those things that I just said goes into you having a 700 credit score. First things first is that you have to clean up your credit, right? You can't have any inquiries. Inquiries don't hold too much weight, but I would say have none. No inquiries is the best. Just don't have any inquiries, right? Let's say you have your credit completely clear and clean, right? No inquiries, no charge-offs, no late payments, utilization under 10%. You got you some credit history, right? Let's say you got all that down, right? I would say your credit score should be in at least the low 700s, right? So after you do that, this is what you want to go do to make your credit score go up to 700. If it's not already in the low 700s, this is what you want to do. You want to go get you some primaries. Go add you some primaries on your credit report. Go add you, like I always say, go add you Kickoff, Ava, Grow Credit. Go add those 3 primaries on your credit report, which is going to report to your credit report as credit cards with their primaries. That's going to tremendously help your score go up. And then also go add you authorized user. An authorized user is, somebody who's had, let's say somebody who had a credit card for 10, 20, 30 years. Let's say somebody has a credit card for that long and they made all their payments on time. What you want to go do is find a website, which I have one. I remember I told y'all that I was gonna give y'all that in this new video. So here it is. It's TradeLineSupply.com. They got some good credit. I mean, they got some good AUs and stuff like that, but they be taxing. TradeLineSupply.com, they definitely be taxing. So if y'all need some AUs or something like that, hit me up. I got the plug on the AUs for the low, not them. I mean, you can go to them if you want to, but I definitely got the sauce. I definitely got the plug for the trade lines for the low. So if y'all want some trade lines for the low to add some credit history to your credit report, just hit me up. I'll get you right. But yeah, definitely Trade Line Supply. You can go on there and add an AU to your credit report. I've done it before, you know what I'm saying, before I have my own plug. So they definitely work out well. They got some good high limit credit cards on there with some good payment history. And that's gonna shoot your score up to 800. At that point, if your credit score is in the low 700s and you go add an AU with like 20K, let's say 15 years with credit history, I think excellent credit history is 15 years plus is excellent, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna have to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. All right, that's all I got for y'all today. If y'all forward the information, give me a like, a comment, a subscribe, and go get you a big bag, bro. Also, y'all can hit me up on Instagram at Rich4Credit_ if you need any help with anything. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, let's do it. Go get out there and get you a big bag. And I just helped y'all on how to do it.